Troubles continue for Mercedes this season. After the disappointing performance of the W14B, the team finds itself grappling with yet another challenge that's affecting the Silver Arrows. This time, it's not the porpoising issue that haunted them at Spa. While the summer break provides a brief respite, the question looms: can they fix things in time? Adding to the uncertainty, Hamilton's new contract remains unsigned. Is the future looking uncertain for Brackley's finest? Once again, the dreaded porpoising issue has resurfaced, causing problems for Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton. This setback led to another missed opportunity on the podium at the Belgian GP, with the car's limitations hampering Hamilton's performance at Spa. Tensions run high as both Hamilton and team leader Toto Wolff express deep concerns about the Mercedes W14. Its similarities to its predecessor during the Belgian GP weekend raise questions about the team's current state. What's really going on with Mercedes this season? Even with fresh upgrades at Spa, the W14 faced yet another hurdle. Bouncing issues that plagued the team last year made an unwelcome return. The challenge was most pronounced on the track's long straights. This bouncing issue extended even to high-speed corners that should have been taken smoothly. The Blanchimont corner, in particular, raised serious concerns. Hamilton echoed these worries, revealing his uncertainty about the root cause of these recurring problems. The rear-end instability emerged as a major culprit. The team experienced significant bouncing, a repeat of last year's woes, leaving Mercedes puzzled about the underlying cause. Toto Wolff assured fans that the team would rigorously analyze the data to conquer this issue. Adding to their plate, a recent Q&A session on the Mercedes F1 team's website unveiled another challenge. James Allison disclosed that focused efforts were being channeled to enhance the handling and balance of the W14. However, the car's current performance left much to be desired. Drivers, including Lewis Hamilton and George Russell, found the car alarmingly unresponsive on the track, an issue Allison vividly described as annoyingly dead. This deficiency prompted a redirection of development priorities, as the car's feedback failed to instill confidence in its pilots as they navigated the twists and turns of the circuit. The car's instability shows its face as soon as the driver enters a corner, with the car reacting too swiftly, as explained by Allison. The situation takes a nosedive when they approach the mid-corner point, where they'd ideally want the front end of the car to grip the road and respond smoothly. However, this is where the W14 falters, frustratingly losing its agility and responsiveness, a problem aptly labelled as annoyingly dead. Allison highlights the inadequacy of the current car's behavior during corners in providing the confidence that drivers require. He compares this situation to a bread-and-butter downforce, which is always beneficial. He shares insight into the team's improvement plans, stating that efforts are being directed towards making the car more reassuring for drivers right from the initial turn-in phase. Acknowledging the car's overly reactive behavior during entry, he underlines the need to reverse this issue. He elaborates, and then when they reach the apex, the opposite problem arises. We want the front to bite, but it doesn't. The car feels unstable when they begin steering, only to feel frustratingly unresponsive as they approach the apex. Our goal is to flip this scenario around. That's our focus right now. Mercedes has illuminated a significant misstep regarding its 2023 car. Having grappled with the haunting porpoising and bouncing issues in the previous season, the team erred on the side of caution when implementing rule changes in the winter aimed at averting similar problems. Mercedes now openly acknowledges that a bolder approach would have been wiser. The team recognizes that they missed an opportunity to be more daring. In the current rule framework, they could have opted to keep the car closer to the ground, a strategic move that could have amplified downforce generation. Toto Wolff echoes this sentiment, emphasizing the untapped potential that could be harnessed by providing a car that instills comfort in drivers Lewis Hamilton and George Russell. He emphasizes the imperative of bestowing the drivers with a dependable car and a solid foundation in terms of balance and handling feel. The absolute magnitude of downforce isn't the sole focus. Instead, it's about ensuring stability when entering corners. The present scenario falls short of this goal. Toto Wolff highlights this as a pivotal focus, as achieving this balance would not only enhance the driver's confidence, but also unlock enhanced performance on the track. Allison provides insight into the team's strategic direction, revealing a substantial allocation of resources towards the 2024 car's development. The wind tunnel, drawing office, vehicle dynamics, and manufacturing units are all actively engaged in shaping the future vehicle. However, Allison adds a positive note that these advancements may also trickle down to benefit the current model, the W14. Aspirations at Mercedes are twofold: to regain the World Championship title and secure the runner-up position to Red Bull this year. Allison recognizes the initial hurdles, where the team found themselves fourth in speed rankings and trailing behind customer teams and Ferrari. Nonetheless, he emphasizes the incremental strides achieved. These strides stem from consistent efforts spanning strategy, engineering, reliability, manufacturing, and driver performance. Despite falling short of the primary goal, securing second place in the championship holds significant importance, especially as the focus shifts towards the next season's car, the W15. Mercedes' season commenced on a somber note, yet substantial progress has been made in the W14's development. While trailing behind Red Bull in competitiveness, the Silver Arrows can now lay claim to having the second fastest car on the grid, surpassing rivals Ferrari and Aston Martin. Still, there's a journey ahead. The ultimate aspiration is to catch up with Red Bull, yet prevailing against the dominant RB19s in regular race conditions remains a distant goal. These aspirations hinge on Mercedes resolving the persistent stability issues that continue to plague their performance. An issue Lewis Hamilton hasn't hesitated to voice his concerns about. At the beginning of the season, he pointed out, "We're lacking a significant amount of downforce. We particularly need to enhance the rear-end downforce. The more we can improve the rear, the more stability it'll bring, boosting my confidence to attack." The anticipation for a solution has been a patient one. However, during a mid-season assessment of the team's progress on the Mercedes website, Allison emphasized that this challenge remains unresolved. "We're focused on making the car more comforting for the drivers when they enter a corner," he explained. "The initial response feels overly sensitive, and as they reach the apex, the opposite issue arises. We want the front to grip better, but it falls short." Much talk and speculation encircle Lewis Hamilton's contract situation with Mercedes. Although an extension seems likely, a few obstacles are causing delays in the process. This isn't a new occurrence for Hamilton, who has often opted to renew his Mercedes deal later in the season. So there's little substantial reason to believe he's departing the team. Nonetheless, the delays persist despite expectations that the contract would be finalized by now. Reports suggest that the delay stems from financial disagreements. The proposed deal spans 10 years and $200 million and £200 million, a substantial figure potentially justified by Hamilton's contributions and future value. Such intricate contracts often require extended negotiations to achieve mutually satisfying terms. The exact nature of the contract is a subject of widespread speculation. Possibilities include a 10-year agreement with a year or two of driving, followed by an ambassadorial role. Despite the current lack of championship contention from their car, Hamilton's journey is far from concluded, and Mercedes has no intentions of replacing him. Both parties maintain the aspiration of securing an unprecedented 8th title in Formula One, a remarkable milestone yet to be achieved. The intrigue deepens over who could possibly step into Hamilton's shoes, with emerging talents like Charles Leclerc and Lando Norris catching Mercedes' attention. The timing of Hamilton's decision could sway these possibilities, as other teams might seize the chance to sign these drivers if Hamilton extends his tenure for another 2 or 3 years. For Mercedes to retain Hamilton, they must tackle these recurring challenges head-on this season. Toto Wolff's emphasis on the W14 is understandable, but I believe they could use the remaining races to explore new strategies and gather valuable data, regardless of immediate results. While results hold significance, a lower position in the constructors' table offers the advantage of increased wind tunnel testing time, preventing potential missteps in designing the new car. However, the incentive to secure a higher place in the constructors' standings is undeniable, given the enhanced prize money for further car development. So Mercedes stands at a crossroads, and while external factors like rivals' inconsistencies and McLaren's resurgence play a role, the choice might be simpler than it seems. Mercedes currently holds P2 securely, yet the season's second half promises further intrigue. We're in for an exciting finish from the Brackley team. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you predict Mercedes will clinch P2? And could the annoyingly dead cars challenges carry over into 2024? Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for our next update.